Hey, Danielle, it's been quite a while since we've gotten to talk to you. Just going back to the neck injury, would you be able to just kind of explain how that happened in the first place?
Um, hey guys, it's been a while since I talked to you. Um, we're not allowed to discuss anything medical with the media, so I don't think I'm going to do that today. But I'd rather not talk about that. Next question, please.
Thomason, Chris.
Hey, Danielle, great to talk to you again. Can you say in your own words why you didn't go to voluntary OTAs, and then why was it necessary, in your own words, for your contract to be reworked, which it was, of course, the other day?
Um, coming back, the biggest thing for me at that time was to focus on my health and making sure I get myself back to 100%. I think personally and for the team, the best thing at that time was for me to get myself back in the best shape and in the best healthy shape as possible. And with the media, I don't think I've ever discussed anything business-wise, so I'd leave it at that. I'm happy to be back, and I'm ready to go. I'm just eager to get back out there on the field.
Are you happy now about your contract situation?
You know, like I said, I'm happy to be back, and I'm ready to go, and I'm just eager to play.
Sam
Danielle,
Ekstrom.
Go ahead, Courtney.
thank you. Danielle, what was last season like for you? Just like how difficult was it to have an injury where it's the first or second day of training camp, you have to miss the entire season, and what was the rehab process like for you?
I mean, it was really hard, you know. Being able to just sit there and watch and not being able to do anything and help my teammates and seeing what they've been going through. It was really tough. You know, we were trying everything that we could possibly try for me to get back to the field the correct way, but it just ended up being the outcome that it had to be. But after the surgery, I called and talked to all the coaches. I communicated with Coach Patterson every week about what's going on and what he thinks that he should do and what are my opinions and things. And the rehab, it was pretty simple. I just continued my training. Coach Patterson called and checked upon me every now and then. Talked to Suge every week, and he would check upon me. But the main thing was just getting my health back to 100% and getting my training back. And I'm excited about that because I've been training for 2 years now. Pretty fresh. 1 year football rest, so I'm just ready to go.
Sam Ekstrom.
Yeah, and Danielle, once you get back on the field at training camp, do you anticipate there being a process of sort of getting back into game shape? I mean, do you feel 100% at this point now?
Overall health, I feel 100%. But to get into football shape, that's just something that you have to do. You have to go back out on the field and take all the steps that you need to take and take all the hand placements that you need to take. Essentially, just going out there and building back from the fundamentals that you need in order to play football. So that's how it's going to be for everybody. It's not just me. But I'm going to take my time and just focus in and lock in on all the things that I used to do and continue to build off that.
John Krasinski.
Hey, Danielle, you're coming back to a defense that looks a lot different from the one that you left in terms of, new faces that are going to be around you. I wonder how do you feel about the process of that going for you, and will it be a little bit of time just to get to know your teammates around you again and how to play off of them and how to them to play off of you?
Yeah, I was pretty excited about what I saw when I came back. Well, I think we're pretty stacked on defense, from the D-line to the linebackers to the DBs. Coming in, I think the biggest thing would be for me to just learn off of like who's next to me and learn how each guy plays, and that's the biggest thing for everybody. Because when we go out on the field and we play off of each other and learn how each other plays, that's what builds defensive characteristics of knowing where a teammate's going to be or who has a certain job. or what they're going to do.
Lindsey Young. Lindsey. Okay, we'll go to Dave Campbell.
Hey, Danielle. You mentioned you've been training for 2 years, basically. Since you last were on the field with the team, how would you say you're different as a person or as a player?
I would say probably as a person because I'm just very thankful that I'm able to just come back from whatever has happened and being able to have a second opportunity of going back on the field, being thankful for all these kids that are in school that are just, because of them, it's the reason why I'm here right now. So, but overall, I'm just glad I'm back and I'm ready to go out there and play.
Chris Thomason.
Hey, Danielle, what kind of your goals for this season? I mean, you think you can immediately just return to that Pro Bowl form you have, and you maybe even have higher goals like All-Pro, or how do you look at it from that standpoint?
Yeah, my goal is to continue to improve and be the best player that I can possibly be for me and the team. Whatever they tell me to do, I'll always do it. I've always done everything the Minnesota Vikings have ever asked me to do, and I don't see myself stopping from doing whatever they tell me to do.
Courtney.
Danielle, did the way that things unfolded with the Vikings on Monday and just all of the contract stuff, does that give you the belief that they're going to negotiate with you in good faith? Was that a good faith type move in your opinion of the way that they, helped get you back here this offseason?
Like I said, I keep the business side of things out of the media, but like I said, I'm just happy to be back and I'm ready to play.
John Krasinski.
Hey, Danielle, you said that you're feeling thankful to be back and being able to play again. Was there at any point early on in the process of your injury and things, did you wonder if you were going to be able to make it back? Were there any doubts in your mind at all ever?
I mean, I was sitting on the sideline watching at first. I know you guys all remember that, but I just wanted to be out there and help my teammates, knowing that I wasn't able to help them, and just seeing what's happening on the field, it got to me. So I'm just happy that I'm able to come back and just help the team out in whatever they need me to do.
Dave Campbell.
Hey, Danielle, just a quick follow-up to what you said earlier about being thankful and seeing the kids back in school, sort of why you're doing it for them. Do you mean just kids who see you as a role model, or is there something else specific about that?
Why I said that is because there's a reason why kids stay in school, because them getting their education is why today's sports medicine is the reason why I'm able to have this surgery in order for me to be back on the field. That's what I meant.
Thank you.
Try it again, Lindsey. Okay, we'll go to Ben, and then we'll wrap up with one more after Ben.
Danielle, just to follow up on that, you talk about sports medicine being able to be the reason you're still out here. I guess how much of this whole process was eye-opening to you in terms of whether, I guess, how dire it might have been, or how much they're able to do to kind of get you back? How much did you learn just kind of about the medical side of things as you went through this?
I learned a lot about my body. Eric Sugarman and the medical staff, they did a good job of taking all the precautions that they needed in order to make sure that I was going about things the right way. I learned a lot from being in there. They were kind of like my coaches. So being in there, I learned a lot from them. They took care of me, and like I said, they made sure everything was the right way and the good way how to go about things. And from both sides, my side and their side, we made sure that we made the right decision on getting me back.
Sam Ekstrom.
Yeah, Danielle, we talked to Anthony Barr a couple weeks ago, who was also hurt for most of the year, and he said that it was pretty easy to get down because of how isolating everything felt, with the pandemic, in addition to not being able to play football. Was that sort of something that weighed on you as well?
It definitely did, you know. With that happening, my family came out with me whenever I had my surgery and all that. So they were kind of around to keep me up and to kind of limit me from trying to do things that I'm not supposed to. And that kind of put happy vibes in my mind from when I was going through the rehabilitation and all that stuff. So